How would you handle a very stubborn Scrum or Agile team? A team that is resistant to Scrum, they don't want to hear anything about Agile, or they don't want to talk about Agile. The same approach, how will you handle a difficult team member who is resistant to Agile? Welcome to the Scrum chat room with Dr. Francis Mbunya. Today, I want to talk about how to boost up your game as a Scrum Master. For those Scrum Master actually struggling, please pay attention to this video. Also, for those in the process of looking for a job, this is one of the most asked questions because this is one of the common problems you will find in the field as a Scrum Master. Before we move ahead, don't forget to subscribe. And before you go, please drop a comment and actually reminded me that I have commented so that I paid attention. If the question wanted me to answer, drop it on the chat box. I'm going to answer it and make sure that I also mention your name so that you know that I'm paying attention to your question. And also, if the question that you require me to answer in the comment, I'm going to do that as well. Now, let's make sure that we keep it short, straight to the point, and valuable. And for those who are going to watch to the end, check the link below, book a 30-minute free session with me to help you how to close that gap in the market, help you if you want to become an Agile coach or a Scrum Master, also book a session. I'll be able to help you to show you what you can do to become that. And if you also are interested in any of our certification, you don't know which is the next one you should take, you can book a session as well. All right, enough of that. Let's get back into our learning and let's talk about how to handle difficult Scrum Masters or difficult team members, or how to handle difficult Agile team dynamics with Scrum Master. Now, I'm going to teach you a couple of techniques. The first technique, it's a leadership role. It has nothing to do with members. You realize that your inability to be able to put on your leadership hat will lead to creating problems. I'll give you a scenario. We had one of our team members, they joined their team. And when they joined, they did not really they did not take their position as a Scrum Master, right? Which means that setting up expectation, helping the team know what they want, right? They kind of took a posture like, okay, I just want to stay behind the screen and learn. So every time they had a question, they will go to this product owner or they will go to someone, the manager, and I want to make sure I'm not making a mistake. And they keep asking questions. So now it created an environment where their product owner and their manager saw them as someone who did not actually know what they were doing. But that wasn't the case. It's just because they lack of that leadership style to ensure that when a leader get in an environment, a leader take charge. How does a leader take charge? The leader doesn't take charge because the leader know everything about the environment. The leader know exactly what question to ask when they get into the environment, right? The leader know exactly what question to ask. I did a training on the what to do on your first 30 days at work, which I think I'll share a link on this video as well, right? It's very important. If you fail to set that first pace, you are going to have an environment where people don't respect you. You know, lack of respect leads to lack of trust, which is the foundation of many conflicts. That's the first thing you need to handle. So if you were to answer this question and target this on an interview, you realize that's a great question. One of the challenges or reason why we have conflict is that we fail to set expectations. So I always like to set expectation. What does setting expectation mean? Understanding what is the way the team work. Do they have a working agreement? What are some of the rules and regulations? What are some of the like and dislike of the team? What do we want to move forward with as a team? Right, setting that foundation and making sure everybody's aware of that help a lot in taking out a lot of conflict. Now, the second thing which is going to help you to address difficult team dynamic is effective communication. What is effective communication? Now, I can raise a question in a way that, or I can speak that doesn't actually require answer, right? I'm giving you an example. I come to the team, I say, all right, team, today is our retrospective day, and we just want to look at what went well, what did not go well. So I would like to hear your own opinion. James, what do you think? What went well? What didn't go well? Nobody's like, what are they talking about? Right. So it's not because you did not ask the right question. It's simply because you have not been able to build that trust in a way that drive the conversation. You come into a session, effective communication is that you don't just dive in to start driving. You need to be able to create a scenario where your team members can build that trust. And that's why we say, start with something that everybody really, you rather, oh, everybody's talking, everybody's happy. If you create that environment and nobody responds, then you probably might want to do a bit of digging in there. Right, that's effective communication. Now, effective communication also means that I understand who my team members are. Create time to know your team members. Create time to have a one-on-one with them. This might be very difficult, especially when you have a very large team. But look for those key people who are like the main people. Build a rapport with them. Ask them what they like. Building rapport is about asking people what they like, right? Not only meet them to teach you A, to teach you B, to teach you D. That's not going to help you. Now, the third thing you want to do is that pay attention to the value of the key members. What do they like? I had a manager who loved soccer a lot. So every time I meet them, I want to do some research about soccer. I start with that conversation. The first 5 minutes, he super jack up, and then the next we announce that, okay, John, let's talk about what I came here for. I know we can talk about football for a while, right? So he's always looking forward to meet me because I'm gonna have some new news about soccer. Hey, I just read this about soccer. Oh man, I need to go look at it. Right. Know what your team member like. When you know that, you'll be able to do that. Now, let's wrap it up. Now, wrapping it up, the technique or the secret in breaking through a difficult environment, number one, don't assume that they're difficult. It's just about differentiation. Number two, come prepared. It requires positive energy to break negative energy. A difficult environment, there's a lot of negative energy. Find something that pull people up. Come up with your own positive energy. It doesn't matter if sometimes you're talking and nobody responds, just be happy. We had one of our team member. She implemented this approach. It took her over about 90 days to get the team to open up. And the first day the team opened up, the team was so appreciative of how she'd been able to transform them with that positive energy, with dropping only positive vibe. It doesn't matter how negative they are. And the team is one of the best ever in the company. And like, what did she do? Now she had just a 6 months contract. They extended it to 1 year contract, and she's definitely looking forward to get a full-time. Why? She created a shift just by understanding that with difficult people, they're not difficult. You have not just found that soft spot, right? The way you communicate with someone requires depend how they're going to respond to you. The way you also present yourself. And that's why we tell people, take what is, invest and learn. And many people only want to learn when they get their first job. They start panicking, right? And low energy. The reason why it's very important to join a community, we keep telling you join a community, is because it's going to help you become the best. All right. And that's also a reason why in the next couple of days, I'm offering free consultation. Excuse me. Make sure that you check the link, book a free 30 minutes. Let's have a talk. All right. If you don't have what to say within the next 5 minutes, I'll figure that out. But if you really, really need help and need somebody to talk to on your Scrum career, on your Scrum journey, make sure you're booking that conversation and let's get together and let's talk. I want to help you make that move in as soon as possible. Okay, so if this was helpful, don't go without dropping a comment or like. I want to make sure that you're watching. I want to make sure you're paying attention, right? And those who are watching and paying attention, when they reach out, I pay very close attention to respond to their need because I know that these are my main follower. Commenting, I want to see that you're commenting. I want to see that you're watching. I want to see that you're learning. And that also helped me to help you go to the next step. All right, I'll see you on my next video.